Am I the only one that is actually getting kind of scared from this new team that was introduced in this episode? Hiroshima. You have their entire team get introduced on the final day of the Inter-High. And this right here scares me a lot. There's a lot of reasons why this new team that was introduced at the end of this episode scares me. Because they were like the last ones to cross the finish line. The only people to survive the time limit after, the aces passed the first place. For Hiroshima to make it, that means they're a strong team. But also, there's another thing you can look at with the ending conclusion of this episode. Hiroshima has all 6 members, so it hasn't lost any of its members. But they ride as a team. They clearly rode as a team when 3 of their members fell, and they managed to get those 3 members back all up in front of a lot of people to survive the time limit. And it's not even just that. If you look past that entire element, if they were in the back, okay, and they kind of made it somewhat towards the time limit, that means they have conserved a lot of their energy. Here's the big thing I see with this day of the Inter-High that's coming up for this, series. The third day of the Inter-High, as I could see, is where everybody that's been racing in the first 2 days, that's been pushing themselves to the absolute limit, for instance, the aces getting in first place, will start to wear down. This is a common thing we see in a lot of series, sports, and stuff like that. It happens. The opponents or the people will wear down after pushing themselves so much. It's a human thing. All humans will get tired eventually and get wore down. They won't be as good or at their peak compared to the first day and the third day if they push themselves to pass in first place all 2 days. And so the thing is, with Hiroshima, they definitely probably have less exhausted members than Hakone Academy or Sohoku, or even Kyoto with Mito Tsuji. They definitely have less exhausted members than them altogether, because they didn't push themselves as hard to make it in first place. So, this new team that was introduced is definitely going to be probably one of the frontliners. It's definitely going to be one of those teams that are going to be racing towards the very end. It's probably going to be the team that will have the final confrontation between our main teams, like at the final stretch of the race. That dude that was introduced at the end of this episode, I don't know his name, but the dude that was introduced, I got a lot of Mito Tsuji type vibes from his character. I want to say it right now. His entire character personality gave me Mito Tsuji vibes. Here's the reason why I think the mangaka that wrote this series did that, because with the conclusion of this episode, we actually get an all-around character development for Mito Tsuji. His development comes full circle, and he finally has developed into a better person. And I want to actually get into that, okay? In the first, flashback we saw Mito Tsuji when he had his flashback with his mother dying and stuff like that, it was a very emotional episode. We all know this. It was fucked up. We all knew he must have had a fucked up past to be like he was. We all sensed this. We all knew it was coming. But to see how his past was, it was just very scarring, shocking. The way he had to have perfect teeth, the way, he took pride in his teeth because of his mother, the way he always leaned forward on his bike because he was making room for his mother to ride on the back of his bike, the way he raced, the way he looked forward for victory, everything. The entire movement of what Mito Tsuji did was always for his mother, technically, and his mother died. And it was sad when you found that development out, and then with this episode, we see a connection between Onoda and Mito Tsuji. We find out how similar these two characters are, and that might be the reason why I kind of like Mito Tsuji, because I do like Onoda. He's not my favorite character. Mito Tsuji is best boy in my eyes, but Onoda is a good character. I'm not one of those people that hate Onoda. I actually like his character, but now I understand why I really respect Mito Tsuji, because he's actually similar to the main character, but it's like 2 different paths. Mito Tsuji, he loves racing. We know for a fact he loves road racing. We know this. And he smiles. We saw him smile and chattering his teeth till he broke one of his teeth. I want to mention that. His tooth was fixed at the end of this episode. Like, did anyone notice that? Like, his tooth wasn't cracked? You can go back and look for yourself, but I mean, most likely I'm going to use Mito Tsuji as a thumbnail anyways. You'll most likely get to see it, because anytime there's Mito Tsuji in the episode, instant thumbnail. But anyways, most likely, I'm guessing he put some form of paste or whatever on his tooth to stop a crack on his tooth from being visible. I'm guessing that's what he did. I don't know. Or he might have got it repaired in that time. I have no fucking idea, okay? But apparently Mito Tsuji's tooth is fixed and he's smiling now. And that really overall wraps up his development. The reason why is because Onoda talks to Mito Tsuji in this episode and states to him, like, the reason why I smile because it's so fun to ride with someone. We know this. We know this about Onoda's character. It's been showcased since the very first season. We know the reason why he smiles. He has fun, he sees the goal and victory, and he has fun riding with people. That's how he's always been. And the thing is that Mito Tsuji also smiled, but he was always alone. And with Mitotsuchi realizing, that he will have a lot more fun and he will have fun riding with someone, that's when his development comes full circle. Because he smiles at the end towards his fellow teammate, and just the development and connection right there, that was a really awesome moment. It was a great moment for Mitotsuchi, because you see him smile, and that symbolizes that he has moved past being alone and wanting to do everything himself. He wants to ride with his team. And that is amazing. The development for Mitotsuchi right there, that was fucking great. That was definitely great. I love the conclusion of Mitotsuchi's development. It just... Mitotsuchi, man, I fucking love you. He's a great character. Such a great character. Out of all the characters I think that's gotten development in the series, he's definitely one of the best. He is definitely top 3 best characters from Yowamushi Pedal. Besides me fanboying on his character, he's definitely top 3 when it comes to development. Now, overall, the episode, for the most part, is set up. That's exactly what this episode is. It's set up for the, final day of the Interhot. That's exactly what it was. The ending conclusion sets us up with a new team, Hiroshima, that was introduced. Mitotsuchi acknowledges that he is going to race. You have all the teams getting set up to ready to go to the front lines to race. And that is pretty much what the episode is, besides Mitotsuchi's character development. The episode overall, very good. It was a very good episode. I enjoyed it, and my god, I cannot wait for the next episode. Seriously, I love this series so much. I look forward to this every freaking Monday, because it's one of my favorite series to watch from this anime season, and to see how it's getting better and better by the freaking week, oh, I'm so happy. So, yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I mean, what do you feel about this week's episode of Yowamushi Pedal? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite moments about it? I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.